on YouTube and watch people explain the compensation plan, but write it out. I mean, what Renee said, have people to even just practice on and see if it makes sense. When I was learning the compensation plan, I wrote it out 3 times a day, every single day. Every day. And then I would have events in college, and I would bring people over, and I'd be like, Ryan, is this right? And she's like, yeah, I think so. And we check the video, and we're like, yeah, this is right. So, I mean, as long as you're doing it, do something. Okay, so this is you. You're smiling because you just got started off with a value pack. Who knows how much a value pack costs? $5.98. Perfect. So I'm gonna write it up here. So how would you like to? And I got from the event we were just at, Celebration. I always tell people this now. You don't have to be the crash test dummy because you're gonna have the objection. Well, I'm just gonna wait and see how it works for me before I share it with other people. So just address it before it even comes out. You don't have to be the crash test dummy for these products. The amazing part about Isagenix is thousands of people have gone before you already and have already, had their transformations. We've got plenty of scientific research and clinical studies to back these products up. So you're not the crash test dummy, thank God. I know this is gonna work for you. So who do you know that wants to look better, feel better, make money? Whatever. They tell me 2 people. Everybody always tells me 2 people. I can't think, the first 2 people that come to your head. Okay, my mom and my sister. Great. So let's just say that you share the value pack with your mom. So when you come in, you start as an associate. Gina flips them over at 3 weeks. I flip them over the day they come in. It's just personal preference. I send them a list. Please do this, 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 and this. Isobody associate, whatever. And that way they have the deadline. So all of a sudden, you start as an associate is what this says. You share this with your mom and your sister, okay? And then all of a sudden now, let's just say they duplicate the value pack. You're gonna receive a $100 PIB or product introductory bonus for introducing someone else to these products. Same thing with your sister. Coming in, you receive $100 for helping your sister open up her account. If you do this within the same business week, which is Sunday night at midnight to Sunday night at midnight, Monday to Sunday, whatever. The company does this thing called double PIBs every single week, double PIBs. So instead of $100 for your mom, you're going to receive $200 for your mom. And instead of $100 for your sister, you're gonna receive $200 for your sister. We're gonna do a running total over here. So that's $200, $400. And you are no longer just an associate with the company. You have now reached the first leadership level in Isagenix. You are now a consultant. So the company will give you a one-time consultant bonus. It used to be $50. Right now it's actually $150 for getting a consultant. So you just made $550 cash back for sharing this with 2 people. Your pack was $598. So now you're eating for free 2/3 of your groceries for the entire month almost. So then what happens? You're excited and you call your mom and you say, Mom, I just made $550 from sharing this with 2 people. And she's like, oh, well, your dad wants to do it with me and I have a best friend who needs to lose some weight, or whatever the case is. So you help your mom share this with 2 people. So your mom is no longer an associate. She's now what? A consultant. Same thing. You help your sister. She's like, I need $550 so badly. You help her to share it with 2 of her friends. Now your sister is what?
Consultant.
Okay, every time that you create a consultant, it used to be 20, up to your first 40 consultants, you're gonna receive a $100 consultant bonus for investing into the life and business of somebody else. So you've now just made $100 for your mom and she made $550. Same thing, $100 for your sister and she made $550. So you're now at $750. But that in itself is a rank advancement again. So now you're at the second leadership level. So instead of a consultant, you're now a manager. If you hit manager within your first 60 days of opening up your, flipping to an associate, I guess, then you will receive a $250 manager bonus. So now, what's the total, guys? You've made $1,000. And how many people have you shared this with? 2 people. And they shared it with 2 people. It's so simple. $1,000 is amazing. It's more than what you made for your pack. People do this within their first 2 weeks. They do it within their first 1 week. They do it within their first 30 days, 60 days you have. Okay, next is director. So you go down, and I'm gonna do this super quickly. I'm not gonna go through all the bonuses, but director, it's 6 consultants. So let's just say that you did this, and well, let's do it all. So the crazy, you guys might not know this, the crazy thing about director, manager, everything, they can all be down one side if it wanted to be. So let's just say you're going down this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, who each got 2 people. Okay? If you do that within your first, what is it, 6 months? No. 120 days, you get a $750 director bonus. And then you also get $100, $100, $100, $100. The only one that has to be evenly distributed is gonna be executive. So that's 5 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consultants on your left. And then same thing, you're gonna do 5 consultants down your right. 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 people who each got 2 people. Are you guys following?
Mm-hmm.
So you share this with personally 10 people. They've each gotten 2 people. If you do that within your 6 months, you hit Crystal Executive and you get a $1,000 executive bonus. Okay? And we're not even talking about the product introductory bonuses, those $200 PIBs for the packs. We're not talking about the $100 for creating consultants. Total up, this is a little bit over $5,000 that you can receive in your first 6 months. I mean, because they raise the bonuses. It's so incredible. So these are the initial bonuses. They can change lives, they can change families, I fully believe that. But what really, really excites me that I wanna share, and I'm gonna actually write on this because it's orange. So I feel like I can write over it. Don't you guys think?
Don't tell Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
Did everybody take a picture of this? Okay, so what really, really, really excites me is the residual income, because in isogenics, this is one of the only industries in the entire world where you don't have to have any special talent or any, you don't have to be a famous singer, songwriter, actress, artist, whatever, in order to make a residual income. So it's not the only industry, but it is the only industry pretty much where an average person can create a substantial residual income. Most people who join have never made $1 residual income money in their entire life. So when they cycle and they made $54, I'm like, you did it. You made $54 while you slept. This is amazing. So look, you have 2 teams to build. Everybody has a left team to build and a right team to build. Okay, each package of product is associated with a certain number of points or business volume, BV. Okay, so each package, 100 to 300 to 500, 400 maybe. Okay, so there's points associated with each product. So let's just put some people down. I'm gonna make the circle smaller. Can you guys see over the orange?
Yeah.
Okay,
Much better.
so we'll do 300, 300, 300. So there's 900 points on this side. And let's do 300, 200, 500, 300, we'll do 300. So 300, 600, 900, 1100 over here. Why did I do this to myself? I'm not even good at math. Okay, I am, I don't say that about myself. Okay, so when the company sees 900 points in your business organization, does everybody know why I put these little points? That's, okay, no, not everybody. So each package of product, every time somebody orders product in your download, whether it's their first order, whether it's their reorder, it's all associated with business volume. So the value pack is approximately 300 points. So that's an example. And then the basic system is approximately 200 points. It's just an example, or maybe somebody's reorder. So let's say that this is your back office. You don't have to do the calculations, the computer does it for you. All of a sudden, it sees 900 points. Now it has to be in the equivalence of 2/3 on one side and 1/3 on the other. When they see this, it's gonna take 600 points, 600 points out of the side that has more volume. So it's taking 600 out of the 1100, leaving you with 500, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then it's gonna take 300 out of the 900, leaving you with 600. So this is actually 2 cycles. So it would take another 600, leaving you with 0, and 300, leaving you with 200. Every time, does that make sense? Everybody's following? So every time you cycle, one cycle is what that's called, 900 BB, it's equivalent to $54. Now, $54 is celebrated because most people, like I said, do not they've never made an ounce of residual income in their entire life. They've always been trading their time for their money. So it's important, it's incredible. But what's really incredible is the freedom that residual income offers. So you are allowed to cite, there's no cap on the income potential that you can make with Isagenix. So what we're going for, not everybody, and that's okay, is we want to max out the organization. The company allows you to cycle up to 250 times in one single business center. So when you reach this 250 cycles, does anybody know how much that is per week? $13,500. You can cycle per week. And this happens because Susie tells her sister ends up knowing everybody. All of a sudden, all of these people are down here in Alaska, and you don't know anyone in Alaska, but all of those points are rolling back up to your left team. You're like, where is this volume coming from? Same thing on the right. All of those points are rolling back up to your right team, and then maybe your upline maybe you came from this way, you've got a little arrow, and they're putting people, and it's going down onto the bottom of your right team because you came in before them. Okay, so all of these points, you can cycle up to 250 times in a given business week. You'll make $13,500 a week. Then what happens? Well, let's talk about this first. Does anybody know how much volume you would need on each side in order to make $13,500 per week?
150,000 on one, 75,000 on the other.
Okay. Wait, 150,000 or 225,000? Yeah, 150,000. Yeah. Okay, so 150,000 points. So on one side, and 75,000 on the other side. It doesn't matter which side, and that's maxing out. That's how many points you need. So, does anybody know how we got those numbers? Okay, so remember, a cycle, 300 points on one side, 600 points on the other. You guys remember that? So, in order to cycle 250 times, you're gonna need 900 points going through one side, 250 times. Does that make sense? Because that's part of your, or you're gonna need 600, 250 times, because that's part of your cycle. So 600 times 250 is 150,000, right? Same thing on the other side, you're gonna need 300, 250 times. Are you guys following? Because this is important. If you get this, it's really important. When you max out, let's say that you just maxed this out. So you got 150,000 on one side, 75,000 on the other. The company will give you another position on top. They'll make up a new spot and they'll put it up here. And what happens? All of this volume is gonna turn into your left team. So they're actually gonna cut it off like this. And all of that volume, 150,000 on one side, 75,000 on the other, becomes one team. And you have the ability to max out another center. So now, how much volume would it take to max out your second business center? 75,000. So, does everybody follow that?
Yeah.
That's unreal. So then you're maxing out your second business center and it takes only 75,000 points, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. So that's what excites me, because yes, the bonuses are amazing. They weren't always there, but this is the freedom. This is what causes you to, like you said, you do it for a heart of service because you get to a point where you don't need to work anymore, but you still do it because you love what you do.